In the loud, restless city of Lagos, where traffic never truly sleeps and dreams fight to survive, two girls were born on the same night, in the same hospital, under the same heavy rain. But their lives were never the same. One was named Sade. She grew up in a small, crowded room in Mushin. The ceiling leaked when it rained. The generator rarely worked. And sometimes, dinner was just gari and hope. Her mother worked endlessly. Tired hands, soft heart. Sade learned early. Life was not kind. The other girl was named Bimbo. She grew up in a mansion in Lekki. Marble floors, tall gates, air conditioners humming softly through the night. Everything she wanted, she had. But everything she needed felt far away. Every evening, Sade would sit outside her house, watching shiny cars pass by. She would whisper to herself, "One day, my life will change." At that same moment, in a tall house across Lagos, Bimbo would stare through her bedroom window at the city lights and whisper, "There has to be more than this." They were born minutes apart. They had the same eyes, the same smile, the same birthmark hidden behind their left ear. But they did not know they were twins. It was a hot afternoon at CMS bus stop. Danfo driver shouting, "Oshodi! Oshodi!" Horns blaring, sweat dripping, people pushing. Lagos, alive and chaotic. Sade stood there, holding a brown designer tote bag. It was not really hers. Her boss had asked her to deliver it. She clutched it carefully, nervous. Across the road, Bimbo stormed out of her father's car. She had argued with her parents again about control, about freedom, about feeling trapped. She carried the exact same brown designer tote bag. They walked quickly, frustrated, distracted, and then they collided. The bags fell, paper spilled, lipstick rolled on the ground. Their eyes met. Something strange happened. Not shock, not confusion, recognition. As if they had seen each other before, in a dream. They apologized quickly, switched bags by mistake, and walked away. Neither noticed. Destiny had already begun. Later that night, Sade opened the bag. Her breath stopped. Inside, credit cards, expensive jewelry, a passport with her face on it, but a different name. Bimbo Adeyemi. At that same time, Bimbo opened the other bag. Cheap makeup, bus card, old Android phone, a small purse with just 2,000 naira, and an ID card. Sade Okonkwo, with her own face staring back. Silence, confusion, fear. They stared at the photographs again. Same eyes, same lips, same scar near the eyebrow. This was not coincidence. They met the next morning. Quiet cafe, no smiles, no jokes, just truth waiting to explode. They talked for hours, compared childhood stories, hospital names, birth dates, times. Everything matched, except one thing, their lives. One rich, one poor. Born same night, same hospital, same time. The idea came slowly, dangerous, tempting. What if? Bimbo leaned forward. What if we switch? Just for 2 weeks? Then Sade nodded. 2 weeks, that was all. Sade entered Bimbo's mansion for the first time. Her hands trembled. The floors felt too clean. The air smelled expensive. She avoided mirrors. She felt like an intruder. Bimbo entered Sade's world. Small room, warm laughter, street noise. But something felt different. She felt free. No expectations, no pressure, just life. But there was another complication. Love. Sade's boyfriend was Femi, hardworking, ambitious, protective. He believed he would marry Sade one day. Bimbo's boyfriend was Tunde, smooth, confident, romantic. He adored Bimbo, or so he thought. The first meeting changed everything. When Femi saw Sade, he paused. She looked the same, but her posture, her confidence, her glow felt different. He couldn't explain it, but continued look away. When Tunde saw Bimbo, she was softer, warmer, less sharp, more real. He felt closer to her than ever before. Something dangerous had begun. They were falling for the wrong girl. Days passed, feelings deepened. Shade, living as Bimbo, felt guilty. Every time Tunde held her hand, her heart raced, but not with excitement, with fear. What am I doing? Bimbo, living as Shade, laughed more than she ever had. Femi made her feel safe, not admired, not displayed. Safe. She whispered one night, "Why do I feel more like myself pretending to be someone else?" 2 weeks were ending, but their hearts were no longer in control. One evening, Tunde invited Bimbo to dinner. Soft music, dim lights, his hands shaking slightly. He knelt down, opened a small box. "Marry me." Shade's heart stopped. He thought she was Bimbo, but she was not. Across Lagos, Femi took Shade to the beach. Waves crashing, sun setting. He looked nervous. He held her hands tightly. "I want to spend my life with you." He knelt. Bimbo felt tears in her eyes. He thought she was Shade, but she was not. The lies had gone too far. They met again. No smiles, only panic, only guilt. They couldn't continue. DNA tests were done. The results came back. 99.9% match. They were twins. The hospital was investigated, old records uncovered, and the truth was darker than they imagined. A nurse had been paid by a desperate couple. A couple who had tried for years to have a child. The couple who raised Bimbo. The families gathered. Tension filled the room. Shade's mother shaking. Bimbo's parents silent. The girls stood together, united. "Why?" Shade asked, her voice breaking. "Why would you steal a child?" Bimbo's mother collapsed into tears. Her father finally spoke. "We were desperate. We had tried for years. We made a terrible mistake. We have regretted it every day." Heavy, painful. For the first time, the girl saw not villains, but broken people who made a selfish choice. Forgiveness did not happen immediately. Days passed, conversations, tears, anger, slow healing. One quiet evening, the twins sat alone. They compared childhood scars, shared memories, laughed softly. then cried, and hugged. For the first time, not as strangers, but as sisters. They chose forgiveness, not because the past was okay, but because holding anger was heavier. The truth was revealed to Femi and Tunde. Shock, confusion, then understanding. And something surprising happened. Their feelings did not change. They had fallen in love with the person, not the name. Months later, wedding day. 2 brides, 2 grooms, 1 big family. Shade married Tunde, Bimbo married Femi. Lagos was still noisy, still chaotic, but 2 girls who were separated at birth found their way back to each other, not by accident, but by destiny. Shade married Tunde, Bimbo married Femi, not by accident, not by confusion, but by choice. And this time, everyone knew who everyone truly was. In Lagos, where chaos rules the streets, destiny still finds its way. 2 girls, 1 stolen, 1 raised in comfort, separated by greed, reunited by fate. Love crossed names, families healed, and a pendulum swung back into balance. Sometimes, life takes something from you, only to return it when you are strong enough to hold it. Life swaps your world, not to confuse you, but to return you to where you truly belong. And that was 2 weeks in Lagos.
Yes, just 2 weeks in Lagos that changed our lives. Raised in Mushin, but born for Lekki.